Democracy Cup 2026 ewo Baba Yara Sports Stadium Kumasi enafi wei yedi dwumade wei ebremo na ene se de medi kan ka kire wo no dwumade wei no very very important because ene the titiro bi asabi Ghana for ya practice democracy since 1992 emapemene ya dabia na respect ya democratically and in the match we kura na ye born we are praying to congratulate ourselves and it ya choose the most successful two football clubs in the country and they are more ball now match we more there because we saw some pre-season training match with the both side being the most toughest part of this Ghana League. And we are coming to bring you the whole show of it. And don't forget to say, Accra House of Oak, any Kumasi, Asante, Kotoko, Nyirano, as we stand, omo the new coaches, Abba, and coaches no a free South Africa. I think it's about Kunsu for Romania or where he comes from. And today is also a day they be testing the two coaches. Temiyepa. And then the say it is not only about the match, it is also about testing the capacity and the ability of what? Of the new coaches. The both crops, Asante Kotoko, any Kumasi, Accra House of Oak. Omo edi omo aba won bench say omo ma lead team no for the 2026-2027 Premier League in Ghana. Eti na be test niam mi no e wo hanom. Meso say wo he video no na why dem abomodo na wa like video no utumi share the ma wo namfofo na wadofo na omo nso aba be hwe because ene match we it is for all Ghanaians. E ha ye Dwenewoho TV. If you like my comments so utumi subscribe to the channel and now to me like a video no but there is something I want you to understand. Ghana for yem famra nya juma yem pain for yem kwada yem famra enya juma. Look at something sa match we organize fixed match ya organize ya they also monye protocol ya ye bibia but the Ghana politicians believe you say they are the most important people in the country. And in Crawford we call honor. Instead of them to follow the protocol, they are showing power. Hey, about 6-9. The match was supposed to be started at 6. I feel no be too much. I feel no be no, we are dumb. But in any case, Yabamungu Kra. This is the new coach of the Asante Kotoko, and this is the new coach for the Accra House of Oak. Afei, the match in the so with 9 minutes late. But then you have tested the new coaches of the both sides. They have more capacity and the ability to play on the soil of Ghana. Mr. Politicians, Mumfree Camp, we so near ma. Yes, Monko, Yedi abri ye pe match na hwe ye je dudwa ai ye je match no awe ai the new coach of the Kumasi Asante Kotoko ena ye hu nu yi we the deputy speaker of parliament and the deputy chief whip ena wa hu omo and another NDC parliament leaders ena omo nam page no so no omo nko na ye hwe ye match na ye match ye be ye politics o tom ye ni abro like a video no not share my subscribe to the channel no so beka Dwenewoho TV and Dwenewoho TV ye dofo ne ya dofo ne ye nofo no beka ho bi now near not. Yes, this is the lineup. Kumasi Asante Kotoko de Abdul Wadi and Edeneba 16 Fuseni Niema Ono Kahom Besmako 40 Monofon Donso Abu Adams Lord Harry Adabo Habert Jan Lawson Chemanu ena Aristote Tamatsu ena ye enkrofo mo begina fade no so e de ama Kumasi Asante Kotoko yenko Accra House of Oak nso na yenhwe Across of folk also in the pole, you were Benjamin Asare. On the left hand side, you were Mensa, and I were in the middle, Mohammed, any Asibe. On your right hand side, Wamankwa, any Kakari. Middle field and Ponsa, I say a tria family so, but Yanko Yanim, not Yanko for the main feed from the page of Baba Yara Sports Stadium of the match. The Democracy Cup when ye TM ewo Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Like video no na Yanko Yanim. Yes, this is the new coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. This is the new coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Mr. Eric. He is the person now in charge of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Match no yeba abeshase like video no mame. Share mame na yenko yanim. Referee ne edna ben no atuana no abom say we can start the game. It is exactly 6:12. Yenko nenko feed from the camps. Oh, straight away shot. Yenko yanim Senyama. Kotoko fono edi vem ne baye. Yenko feeding free camp kakra. Ya black.
That was quite dangerous.
It was a cross-come shot and SCB had to clear it, but again, he was at risk of deflecting that ball into his own net, and it was very risky.
Less than half a minute and Kumasi Asante Kotoko have a corner kick. Charles Bulu would have to restore order inside the penalty area. And the centre-back, Joseph Amwa, steps up for the corner kick down the right-hand side of Kotoko's attacking area. Joseph Amwa with an in-swinger decides to go near post, but Ali Mohammed heads it out for a second successive corner kick.
That was a poor one.
I think Amwa can do better, and for a team like Kotoko to elect him to be the set-piece taker, he needs to deliver better than he did.
He needs to deliver better than he has done. Joseph Amwa. Second opportunity for him to redeem himself. He goes in with now swinger and Benjamin Asari parries it away for a third corner kick in less than 2 minutes. Kotoko piling the pressure on Atofo.
They read the negotiate very well, and Eric Tinkler was very excited
With the way that his team has started, but they need to capitalize on it. If the early momentum swings in your favor, capitalize on it and make the most of it.
He's gone to the right-hand side. And Sanja will elect himself for this. Goes in with an swinger and also a very poor one cleared by Ali Mohammed. Had to fall with an opportunity to counter. But John Enchi, his pass has been intercepted. Joseph Amwa feeds it up to Sanja. Sanja rolls it to Amwa. Amwa finds Hamza Ta back in Kotoko's house. And Hatofo can have a breather. Hamza Ta, an exciting player back in Accra Lions. Sent in a long one. But Ali Mohammed will usher that one out for a goal kick.
Kotoko have paused the early possession. We've done just 3 minutes, but I think they've done well. House of Folk haven't settled into their groove yet, so we've seen what Kotoko can do. What can House of Folk also do in possession?
Heart of giving the ball away. Opokwajima looking very ready. Sanja sent in a delivery, but he's been blocked by Hussein. Hearts headed out. John Enchi. Jose Fomwa brings him down. It's going to be a free kick. Okay, Jose Fomwa. He came in hard on John Enchi. Very experienced forward. Excellent for Dreams FC.
And this is his first Super Clash, and he will definitely want to announce himself in a grand style.
Charles Bulu believes the ball is a little bit defective as the players had won, but he thinks it's very much okay to continue.
Abushan for like no ewo from your best answer more than I'm like video na yenko like no ewo from mama like more madam.
This is the fourth meeting in cup matches on a Friday between Hatofok and Asante Kotoko. Kotoko won the first game, 1-0, the Republic Day Cup on the 1st of July 2005. They managed to win the second one, the 2016 President's Cup on the 1st of July. After a goalless draw, the Porcupines triumphed via penalties. And Hatofok defeated Kotoko 2-1 on the 4th of March 2022 in the President's Cup. Hamzata over the halfway line. We find Chinusa. Draws in central to pick up. Pokwajima, it's quite surprising. Sanja down the right hand side. Can he keep it in play? That's what to keep it in play. The Rashford. Mensah recovers. Patrick Asiedu. Very good lead. Manages to win possession for Asante Kotoko, and Ali's header goes out of play. Inusa. Back to Sanja. Chedbody slides in there. Is one who is very well enjoyed by the fans. His return could spark some positivity.
It's due to how he plays. He always plays wearing his heart on his sleeves. He has a lot of energy, commits into duels, and is always eager to prove a point for his side and also for himself. And he was a fan's favorite during his time, and on his return, definitely the same fans will hail him if he's able to improve and impress.
Richard Ward, the former captain of Asante Kotoko. The ball all the way back to Ibrahim Dalado, who is also a former captain of the Porcupines. Two experienced players back in the folds. And Tinkler will be very much glad having these players back.
It is the leadership they offer in the dressing room. At training, they set exemplary lifestyles for the others to follow. And it's Kotoko trying to come back from a period where indiscipline unsettled them and affected their season. In the last two campaigns, they've been riddled with a lot of indisciplinary issues. So if they bring in these players, they set the examples for the young ones to also model their careers around them. And I think their inclusion is for footballing reasons and also for the leadership they bring to bear.
Walled out to Sanja. Rossi to Inusa. Inusa. Size to get the ball back to Buadu. Buadu feast of Hamzata. Hamzata down the left hand side. Finds Asiedu. Back to Hamzata. Joseph Amwal. Amwal left a long one. I'm looking for the runoff of Pokwajaban. But Asibe scores full marks. Makes the clearance. Asiedu just looking for the return from Pokwajaman. But that pass has been intercepted. Hatofok. Amankwa finds Asibe. Ali. Long cross football down the left hand side. Good guard Martin Kakari. Sanja showing great strength. Hussein picks up the ball in a shooting position. He goes in with a drive, bounces right in front of Danlad, but picks it up with ease. Good strike from Hussein. Testing Ibrahim Danlad.
He's a nimble-footed player. Very, very short. Doesn't have that stout physique, but he's very crafty in his movement and then his positioning. And he found one there, weaved an opportunity, took a shot, but Danlad was equal to the task. But I think Hatofok have also showed that they have teeth to bite. And let's see.
Hatofok. Rashford Mensah will throw it back to Ali. Amponsa. Ali gives the ball away inside central midfielder. It's Boadu who won possession, but eventually commits a free kick. And an earlier infringement called against Hussein. Hamzata steps up to effect this. Boadu already showing the grit we'd want to see from him after 2 years of not being very active. It's quite surprising.
I think he has it in him, and it is always the euphoria, the enthusiasm that will always add up to some of these developments. He's playing against Accra Asafok. He wants to prove a point. It's the first game he plays here in the Kotoko shirt at the Baba Yara Sports Stadium on his return. He wants to announce himself again that he's back to play, not just to add up to the numbers.
Back to play, not just to add to the numbers. Clever attack from Sanja. Receives some applause from the fans. Leads it for Amwa. Cross football looking for the run of Patrick Asiedu. The ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for Hatofo. Quickly effected. Asma. Back to Amankwa. Amankwa finds Asma. Asma with a low pass. John Entry. Very good hold-up play. Joseph Amwa wins possession. Opoku Ajaman lays the ball down for Abdul Kader. Inusa running into the penalty area. Inusa dribbles past one man. He's been brought down. Revis says nothing doing. Very good offensive work there from Ali Mohammed. And Hatofo will be on the abyss. Kakari over the halfway line. Buadu steps in to prevent that break. Amankwa down the right hand side. Gets the ball to Banso. Loses possession. And Beta picks up the ball. He's been brought down in the process. Going to be a free kick against Alex Banso.
I think that there was one way he had to use to stop the Asante Kotoko attack, and that was fouling the player. But I love the movement of Beta.
The movement of Beta, an Ivorian international who's joined Kotoko ahead of the new season. Sanja with a long delivery looking for the run of Mama. Good gather by Menta. Benusa picks it up down the right hand side. Goes in with a delivery, but Ali Mohammed jumps high and he wins the aerial tussle. Radford Menta heads it out, not too far away. Rafael Amponta, he's lost possession. Ball is picked up by Beta, but Ali will quickly clean up the scrap. A little over 11 minutes down at Asante Kotoko nil, Hatofok nil, 2026 Democracy Cup. Yeah, the Barbara Sports Stadium. Poor pass, John Entry steps in to win possession. The referee whistles, and he's in disagreement with a decision by Charles Bulu.
And the two are debuting in this in this game. It is John Entry's first Super Clash. It's the same for Charles Bulu, and he wants to make sure that he leaves no stone unturned. He wants to cross the T's and dot the I's, gets everything right, and I think he got it here.
Charles Bulu officiating his first ever Super Clash game between Asante Kotoko and Accra Hatofok. This might probably come with less pressure than in the league.
Of course.
Ball picked up by Kader. Finds Sanja. Sanja goes all the way to Danlad. Finds Amwa. Kader drops in to pick up the pass. And he's been duly fed. Buadu. Finds Amwa. Inside the center circle, Amwa rolls it down the right hand side. Hamzata screens the pitch, leaves it for Kader. Another foreign import for Asante Kotoko. Burkina Bay is expected to help pull up strength in that midfield. Better finds Kader, waiting for the return. But Kader, not in a rush, finds Joseph Amwa. Quite surprising, Joseph Amwa being played in central defense.
He had already shown traits of having versatility in him. He can play as a midfielder, can play as
and a very good delivery there from Sanja. Opoku Ajaman was late to it, but the experience of Benjamin Asari, it wasn't in any rush. And he picked it up coolly, reading the situation very well. The mark of an experienced shotstopper.
Definitely, and the World Cup will do him a lot of good. He has faced some of the toughest opponents, and he will know how to read situations like this better.
If you've been able to prevent the likes of Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham, Morgan Rogers, Bukayo Saka from scoring against you, you should be able to match the quality of the players you're facing now.
Of course, and I think he he's probably the only player in the GPL with a higher value after the World Cup, if you are to assess the value of players in our league. And he's one of our own. Now we need to push him that high to make sure that the GPL will also get a deserving or a befitting ambassador.
Benjamin Asari. He's formed a very good defensive wall with Ali Mohammed and Osei Sibi just in front of him. And they don't care whether it's Befi at right back or Emmanuel Amankwa at right back or it's Radford Mensah at left back. They deliver. Better has been brought down. It's going to be a free kick. He's one many have been speaking a lot about in the absence of Peter Amidu Akwa, who the Porcupines have lost.
And I think if he's able to score, the last time Kotoko beat Accra as a folk in the Democracy Cup, Hamidou Akwa Justice Blaze scored for the Porcupine Warriors. So hopefully he scores and then he gives them a feel of what things used to be like during the time of Peter Hamidou Akwa.
Benjamin Asari scoring full marks there. Joseph Amoa receiving instructions down the technical area. Had to focus that play. Ali Mohammed. He's been one of the fast rising players, formed part of Ghana's core when the Black Meteors played against Mexico ahead of the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
And he struck gold last season after making that move to Accra as a folk. He's one who has gone through the mill, right from Obuasi. He's gone through the Ash Gold youth team. He's played for several other clubs. And it looks like Asofog is at home together with Kelvin Osei-Sibe, and they formed what looked like an impenetrable central defensive wall last season. And hopefully they carry on from there. They are destined for greatness if they do that.
Alex Banso, clever touch. Decides to get the ball back to Ransford Mensah. Got the very best of control, but Ransford keeps possession. Hussein with a dummy chain down the left-hand side. Martin Kakari. He has two players to beat. Very good offensive work from Sanja, but eventually concedes a throw-in. That was good play there from Alex Banso, showing glimpses of what he's capable of. Throwing quickly, effective inside the penalty area. Martin Kakari sets in a delivery. Ball drops in, and acrobatic drive there from Banso. Ball on the south side. Kwasi Asma's left foot shot. Blocked by Amo and Hamzata. Banto down the right hand side of Patrick Asiedu. Quickly whip it away for a throw-in. Throwing quickly effected, and the Butcher Couple will applaud the effort from his players. Joseph Amoa with an acrobatic clearance. Hatterfolk turning the flames on Kotoko now.
They've now settled. They've gotten into their groove, and they are starting to move the ball in the various phases very, very well. And then at the width, you are having Alex Banso getting very active from the right side of Haas's attack. At the left side, Kakari is also doing his own. And I think it is bringing that unpredictability around House of Folks game. So far, if they carry on, it will be positive.
Banso with the ball. Kwesi Asma side the penalty area. Goes in with a cut back, but Hamzata clears his lines. One of the very best of delivery. Better. Cleverly outwitting Emmanuel Amankwa. Rolls it down to Opoku Ajiman. Opoku Ajiman better wants it back. Ajiman comes in central. He finds Kader. Leaves it for Boadu. Boadu finds Opoku Ajiman. Ajiman stays on the ball. Rolls it down the right hand side. Sanja. Inusa trying to draw in central. Adding some energy into Kotoko's attack. But he's been forced to get the ball back to Asiedu. Asiedu. Down the left hand side. Better. Rolls it back to Asiedu. Asiedu has been forced to go to Captain Hamzata. Down his immediate right is Sanja. Ball down the right hand side. Sanja picks it up. Goes in with a check in. A delivery side. A penalty area. And that's Emmanuel Mama! But the flag is up. The flag is up for an offside. And the goal won't count. But that was an excellent piece of play from Kotoko.
It was a well-worked ball, but Mama could not time his run very well. The cross came in perhaps a bit late, but he was able to pick an angle, and this would have been a beautiful goal if he had been able to check his run.
Kwasi Asma with another opportunity to roll and delivery inside. He's been blocked in there, but he manages to find a loose end, but Joseph Amoa blocks that delivery. Quickly finds Opokwataman. He's been brought down in the process. Charles Bulu whistles for a free kick against Rafael Amponsa. Quickly affected by Buadu. Inusa on the run. Can he beat Ransford Mensah? Inusa down his right hand side. Can he check in and make that pass? He's been brought down. It's going to be a free kick against Ransford Mensah.
And the intensity of the game is building up. The Kotoko players are also having the adrenaline's being pumped up. And it's brilliant because moments ago we just saw Hasselhoff creating chances. And all of a sudden the script has been flipped and Hasselhoff are now having to defend against Kotoko's attack. This is exciting.
End-to-end action here at the Kumasi Barbara Sports Stadium. Despite a statement of civic responsibility and national pride, this is a game of football you can never keep your eye off. That's why you're getting covered by Parliament TV for the 2026 Democracy Cup. Free kick for Asante Kotoko. It could be a good shooting position for Joseph Amwa or Sanja Kosenin, a very good outswinger. Amwa himself could equally sending an in-swinger, but wait. There's going to be a yellow card to Ransford Mensah. The referee Charles Bulu, he delayed, but eventually the yellow card is out.
That is excellent refereeing. Had to sort out the commotion that was starting to build up, and then he came to address the need for beautiful refereeing.
Very much experience on the continent, Charles Bulu. Free kick for Kotoko. Joseph Amwa having a chit chat with Sanja. Still waiting on what to do. Benjamin Asari keeping a close eye on the delivery that will come from Kotoko. Amwa. The pushing and shoving is still going on inside the penalty area between Emmanuel Mama and John Entry. Referee says nothing doing. Sanja with the delivery and had to forward clear the lines. SCB better help Sanja to win back possession for Kotoko. Sanja decides to check in. Finds Asiedu with a long drive, but he misses the post by inches. Benjamin Asari saw it coming. He didn't flinch. He knew it was off target.
That was Patrick Asiedu channeling his inner Roberto Carlos. He has it in him, has an excellent drive, but this time around, unfortunately, he struck it without precision.
The strike was without precision. Richard Buadu wins back possession. Clever dummy from Buadu, running into a very good position. He's been pushed down. It's got to be a free kick and a yellow card for Kwesi Asma for the push on Buadu. Two Hartlepool players on yellow cards. They need to be careful. The last time they played against Kotoko, Emmanuel Amankwa was shown his matching orders.
Exactly, and in the last 18 fixtures between these two teams since 2019, no red card for Kotoko, 2 red cards for Accra Folk, and these are not positive signals if you are to read any meanings into that trend of red cards being attracted by the club.
Confirmation of the yellow card to Kwesi Asma, 25, jersey for Hartlepool. Very robust midfielder. It's a very good shooting position. Joseph Amo and Sanja behind it. Bulu leaves it. Benjamin Asari still telling his wall to shape up. Amo with a delivery inside the penalty area by Sibe jumps side and he clears that delivery. Richard Buadu trying to get in with a shimmy, but he drives the ball across and to no man's land is going to be a goal kick. That was poor from him.
He anticipated kicking the ball off the Hasselhoff player, but the As player was smarter and he moved out of that direction.
Benjamin Asari calming his players down, telling them to keep cool. Goal kick quickly effected. Asari goes in with a long drive looking for John Entry. Hamzata trying to keep him off balance. Asma. Amankwa rolls it down to Bansu. Clever touch from Bansu, and he's been brought out by Patrick Essien. Is going to be a free kick against Kotoko. And Hartlepool will run to Charles Bulu. They won a yellow card. And Sibe tells his players, just keep away from the complaints.
That's an interesting one because FIFA says that the captain needs to approach the referee, who is also Folks captain.
Benjamin Asai. Kwesi Asma with a quick delivery there. It's going to be a free kick against Hearts of Oak. Kwesi Asma with an elbow there. He needs to be careful. He's already on a yellow card.
If I was Kwesi Asma, I would be playing a very cautious game now, and I also not want to be remonstrating towards refereeing decisions in this manner. He needs to keep his emotions in check, just focus on the game, especially when he's walking a tightrope by being yellow carded.
And he needs to keep his emotions in check. Joseph Amo building up, gets the ball to Hamzata, allows the ball to roll past him. Danlad, clever pass, finds Hamzata. A touch, Buadu to Sanja. Back to Buadu. Sanja trying to pick up Buadu. But it was a very good tackle there from Amponta, and he's brought down. Sanja. Sanja was brought in from Vision FC by Asante Kotoko ahead of the new season, and he's already started being the fans' favorite.
Definitely, if he keeps on like this, he creates stiff competition for Lord Amwa when he returns to full fitness.
And that is the substantive captain for Kumasi, Asante Kotoko, who is out injured. One of the enterprising right backs. Kotoko having been lacking, like Emmanuel Kote, who is also not being fully utilized because of his injury situations. There's also another right back. He's also absent due to injuries.
Exactly, and that is a sad story. It is actually one development that plagued Asante Kotoko last season. Too many players getting injured at the same time, and it kind of gave them a handicap in certain positions in their team. And they grew out of it, they overcame the challenge, but maybe they will learn from it and improve going forward.
Emmanuel Mama with a great shooting opportunity. Feeds the ball to Opoku Ajiman. Ajiman finds Inusa. Inusa right on the edge of the penalty area. Had to be wanted and offside. Referee says nothing doing. Game continues. Kader helps to win possession. Ball down the right hand side to Sanja. Sanja rolls it quickly to Inusa. Inusa down the right hand side of attack. Feet of Sanja again. And Sanja will recycle play to Hamzata. Captain of Kotoko today, Hamzata, goes all the way back to Danlad, with his experience telling them to keep calm and open up. Quick pass in central. Brilliant touch from Opoku Ajiman. Esiedu on his bike, down the left hand side. Better facing ball for Esiedu. That touch was poor, and Emmanuel Amankwa wins possession for Hatofo. Ball still on the line. And Bully eventually whistles. It's going to be a throw-in for Hatofo. Emmanuel Amankwa is still some yards away. It's going to be free kick for Hatofo down the right-hand side of their defensive area. Osesibe John Entry wants it high up. Long delivery from SCB inside the central midfield. Kader wins possession. Inusa down his right hand side. Sanja marauding down the right hand side, waiting to pick out the pass. He offers him an outlet. Sanja with a delivery, not a very good one, blocked by Hussein. Hamzata goes all the way back to Danladi. You can see down our screen, Tinkler remonstrating. He wants better deliveries.
Yep, he wants it, but again, I think he will also be disappointed that in the further areas of the pitch, it is not fully developed to the extent that it doesn't allow Kotoko to settle and play their usual passing game. And I think that will be one of his frustrations, because if you look at Kotoko, clearly the pattern is there. They want to play something, but they are not being helped as well by the pitch.
That's a header from Patrick Esiedu. Kotoko conceding a free kick. That is as he leapt on his marker. Free kick quickly taken. That's Eric Tinkler there trying to issue out instructions, not happy with the shape. And he wants Sanja to be getting closer. Hussein down the left-hand side. Waiting for Ransford Mensah. Picks up the pass. Ransford. A delivery inside the penalty area. Ball not fully cleared. Got has a first goal. Ball comes off the hand. And Danlad comes out to save it. But it's the handball. Banso. And you can see the frustration from Banso. Dangerous play there. Hatofok nearly grabbing the opener.
That was a scary handbag situation. It was a goal mouth melee. Hasselhoff felt they had won it. Kotoko felt they would defend it better. And it was an interesting one. You wouldn't want to be in such a situation as a player, especially if you're a defender. The slightest, and you are close to conceding an own goal. But I think Kotoko were able to deal with it. But again, it's a sign of Hasselhoff and how dangerous they can be.
Inusa Adams down the right-hand side trying to outwit his marker. But his touch lets him down. Ball is picked up by Hussein. Inusa fights back to win possession. It's going to be a throw-in. The Butcher are happy with that. The section of supporters waiting for the opener. Throw-in for Hatofok. The Butcher he very well knows this terrain much more than Eric Tinkler.
Definitely, he's had stints at Tema Youth and Mediema Sporting Club, famed for development of talent and playing a certain brand of football that excites fans. Hopefully he's able to implement that at Accra. So for Tinkler, there are a lot of unknowns about what he has to offer, but on the evidence of what we've seen in the first 30 minutes of this game, I think Kotoko fans can start to look optimistic.
Opoku Ajibai with a quick ball down the right-hand side. Half an hour played. Kotoko nil, Hatofok nil, and had to concede another corner kick. Opoku Ajiman, formerly of Ashanti Gold. Let's see what is now Ashanti Gold, who are in extinction. Now we have another Ashanti Gold that will be playing in the league. Ashanti Gold 04 SC. A delivery from Joseph Awad. This time around a better one, but Benjamin Asari, good leap. And is giving the ball away cheaply.
They rushed it. A little bit of calm, steady the situation would have helped, but he tried, it failed. He should keep trying, but next time he should exercise a bit of patience.
Better down the left-hand side. Better. He wants support. He's gone back into midfield. Amwa. Hamzata. Rolls it through to Opoku Ajiman, but his pass to Buadu has been intercepted. Hussein. Clever touch from him. Leaves Buadu in Wonderland. Finds Asma over the halfway line. Down the right-hand side. Bansu. Checks in onto his left. In central. Crossfield delivery down the left-hand side. Martin Kakari, clever touch. Sanja, he's been outwitted. Kakari, very good touch. He finds Hussein. But he falls down in the process. And Hamzata, the win possession and send it out. A long ball in there trying to find Opoku Ajibai, but Ali steps in and makes the clearance. It's going to be a throw-in for Asante Kotoko.
If Ali Mohammed was an immigration officer, there would be no illegal immigrant who will enter any border. He's certainly on point, mostly to deflect the balls out of touch and then avert any danger for Accra. Solid defending.
Solid defending there from Ali. Ball inside the central midfield. Joseph Amor. Hamzata rolls it down to Asiedu. Keeps it in play with a header. Emmanuel Mama holds up play. Looking for support, but his pass has been intercepted by Pansu. Not too far away. And Better has been brought out. It's going to be a free kick again. Kwesi Asma.
And I am intrigued about the roles of the two Asante Kotoko forwards. They are all ball-playing forwards, have the same physique, and the ability to drop deep and be part of the build-up is kind of confusing the Hasselhoff midfield. At points in time, they don't know who to follow, because at this instance, it is Opoku Ajiman, the next, then it is Emmanuel Mama. I think their movement is starting to create confusion in the Haas defense and their middle, and Kotoko can hopefully improve in terms of the positions they find in the box and make it head across the folk in this moment.
Free kick for Asante Kotoko. Charles Bulu, Hotel Hussein and Kakari to keep their position. Jose Famua behind the ball. Clearly looks like it's going to be an outswinger from the centre back. A delivery inside penalty area, not too far away. Opokwajima, ball drops in Mama. That is a handball against Emmanuel Mama. Good defensive work there from Rafael Lamponsa.
Held on to his own very firm, making sure that Mama was not getting the advantage over him. I think he did well.
Free kick for Hartlepool, Benjamin Asari. Goes in with a long one down the right hand side. Amankwa. Bantu. Getting one pass Asiedu. Picks up the return for Asma. Trying to get Asma on there. Joseph Amo recovers and feeds off Kader. Ball with Asiedu, and he's been brought down by Emmanuel Amankwa. It's rather better. He's causing all sorts of problems.
He's literally won the most fouls so far in the game. He's been attracting them. He's winning these free kicks for Asante Kotoko. What it does is that it helps the team to reset and then possess the ball again. I think it's a tactical strategy being employed by Eric Tinkler, and Beta is executing it well. So
Yes, abusuamfo network na hard ne kakra, but ye hwese ye be sign atwe ede bibia aba. We just need some few minutes. Ye the football match no ebe sign abrao. Things say there's something going on non-well. Network na hard, but we are trying to do our best to bring you the best. To bring you the best. Enti ayantobase ye de bebro sesia na anchebia Enchibia Kiri agudie no ebesan abrɛw yɛn kɔba bia wɔ ha mom ɛyɛ the whole show ɛna nyɛ adwumante ɛnyɛ ha. It comes from everywhere. Enti sɛ kɔba bi kura kɔba bi foforo kura na still ano yɛnyɛ hwɛ. Nothing has changed. Parliament of Ghana. Oh, data kekamo de betri. Oh, what is happening? Wagwan, what's going on?
Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Omo ebo bibi baba. Asante Kotoko. Ebo yese mo si anymore. Asante Kotoko will be over. Has for good social book, Kotoko, Ajibon Fuo, possible on their bar, Captain Hamza Mizata, or Crabon, because the money had, or to the man of Asante Kotoko, or the Crabon. Hey, what possible on a show, or Mr. Bono, who you, or possible on a check, as for Yabono, as for the Crabon, or Chubakuman Resa, or Chubakuman Resa, or possible, will this be a goal? Debbie. Dana Ibrahim, or man is asking Sakwan Kabon. I am over. Welcome goal kick in line with Association Football. Kumasi Asante Kotoko. About goal kick, it's unsaid. Bono and has book episode what team Alpha Koto and Young Quine. I think it's a welcome goal kick for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the Kings Club. And one here, there's so much celebrate. It's a welcome goal kick. Then when the crowd wants to celebrate. Okay, as for player not at that form. You about 40 minutes. I got 5 minutes now. I feel the kind of baby here. Asante Kotoko 0, Accra has Folk 0. Asante Kotoko 0, Accra has Folk 0. Abusi Awushamia, why never carry the day? What is your prediction for comment bra? Before the game never starts, no be at the comments by Sabre. You should give me live on YouTube. It's same as no game no. The okay and what's our dream and now that's Kotoko. One of us Kotoko 3-0. But the commercial 2-0, that's special 3-0. The best say I above first half about 40 minutes. 40 minutes for 3 seconds. You still go by what he said. Well, Asante Kotoko carry the day, and that's a big best stuff. I'll comment to Bay, yet your boss, and you can in now. Sabe has to the club on, or Sheba Kumi no Miensa, or more than 10 has to the club on, or Trumpa home, or Pajabon, Agadas. Can't attack a point as I took the call. Over here, as I took the club, a Chema Mesa. Will this be a goal? As I took the right here, Boston. Will this be a goal? Ah, will this be a goal? There be. Benjamin Asari, the Black Stars goalkeeper, was saving ball when they come over. And as a corner, was just the Black Stars goalkeeper, Benjamin Asari. Was it David that? How you can't crash me? Now, and you will as I take the goalkeeper, as I take the striker. A corner. That was where I started the call. And everybody, I don't know if you're so you see a coach live on YouTube. By Grace TV, so much so. So the comment about Kumasi started the call. The Kings Club Metema, original boy wing. I corner kick. If you want to be, it's a cool machine. So they want to see a course. They are not going to compare the mobile sim 10. Which are playing at home, or taking in South Hall. Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I want to conclude them, Debbie. Benjamin Sarah Samba pointing Bonnie BM at the corner kick. Yes, I got to come down your corner BM abo. Anyway, and never to come about papa. Almost it's so cool. Goalkeeper Benjamin Sarah was one national team goalkeeper. One play. And will be a fatty Bobby Ashon. Obviously, everybody beam at the call. Sabri was your share. You about 42 minutes, 30 seconds. I will Kumasi Babanya Sports Stadium. Asante Kotoko 0. House of Folk 0. Sabri Amlokase. As for Najibono, over there, Shoba Kubemesa, or Bossim Yamania, a true pass, the Bossim Sakabono, also play a ballroom. Can House of Folk that be? Goalkeeper Dana Ibrahim, what's that be there? But a legend to say me, no one for Borisha. I say, or pass it to the schools, what they Kumasiano. You know, school, senior high schools, Kumasi, without her, you have sporting Asante Kotoko. I remember Kumasi girls for one o'clock, there's no one 7 1. Almost sporting Kotoko, Kumasi Chomaka, Kumasi girls for Dakar. We are sporting Asante Kotoko, and then Yasan Petra, Kumasi girls, senior high school, all the way from Abreport, or about sporting Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So when you are Japan, but I was saying, when you day, I reference to the and you go for your back to the game, and to us, Asante Kotoko is possessing the game. Asante Kotoko. You come with this. Asante Kotoko is possessing ball in Sabri. TN to us, Asante Kotoko is possessing ball. I will all my last Richard Body Agadas. What corner boys in Tintin, and the money here, as there be has 4 player no unchained. While Marco Piano, Alpha Bono, has 4 Naji Ball in Sabri. Obviously, I have foul against Accra, House of Hope. Obviously, I have foul against Accra, House of Hope. Zabri has the captain, Hamzata, and I put that ball on the Hamzata the ball at the year. Hamzata, and I put that ball on the Fresh Hamza Khan, representative possible no. Eddie Amaninia, the number 20 shirted man of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Only cross our boys abre. Or passing the abre tray. Eddie Ama Asante Kotoko defender. Back to number 20 shirted man of Kumasi Asante Kotoko at the center circle. Or Bobo is 29 spots. Eddie Amaninia. Yes, there be ahead the ball with that chair. House for intercepted ball. Yes, Sabri Amloka said here. Bono. In the possession of Hasselhoff. Almost have boy on the ball Sabri. Now the Akebia and so at Twasso. So we are to us way. But Hasselhoff for the cowboy. From the PPN. So PPN. Hasselhoff in their own half. A corner bar. Man, oh man. Yes, that's for the cowboy. Almost person one attack Kotoko. Achuba Kume Numesa around the center circle. There's one to referee WWE. As I take on the piano, there's an infringement into referee foul. Ediatia Kumasi Asante Kotoko. 45 minutes no action. Referee at the 2 minutes and after so. Referee the 2 minutes of additional time and after so 45 minutes in the action. But Sabe referee at the 2 minutes of additional time and after so say more.
Through into Pasu Kakari, now to the Musa Hamzata. Ali Mohammed, nice one. The general they call him. Apiabona Emmanuel Amankwa right back. Amankwa de Bonama. Oh, Bonama de Asma so the Bonama de Odiamawana. Oh, Asma Bium. A foul on Hatofo player John Entry. Brenning also I'm a assistant line 1 and line 4. Assistant referee on the 2 minutes and so the count. And referee the first happening in the it is the Democracy Cup, third edition live at the Baba Sports Stadium. Bonu Kamati Kakari, referee body foul. One joining in I must say, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do so for us. Subscribe your content, you know. Now, fee all the local sports, you know, you be doing come over here. Okay, have to folk fans and also one more budget so papa Bonnie free kick. Ransford Mensa, Ocho Bianco, while also bonus is able. It's a box Ali now to the Elusu possession. Better referee. Bonabeng at the Freddy Canina Panawi Asante Koroko 0 after foot 0. It is the third edition of the Democracy Cup. A far by a bar, second half, Yelbetuaso and Swama.
Yes. Said the Abusian for a catcher on a fay and about the first half of the Democracy Cup at Abana between Kumasi Asante Kotoko and Accra House of Oak, Ewo, Baba Yana Sports Stadium in Kumasi. A one match in Ekoso, Yabo a fine dikan the Abana the both side couldn't score, and Tiena 0-0. He had trained the 15 minutes. He assigned the second part of this tournament. Eddie Abro. Penko Babia. If you want to subscribe and subscribe to this channel. For instance, I don't want to see the video to my own Sabeka. But more than so, subscribe. Yes. And don't forget, say, share video. I'm not for, no one for, so, once Akabi. If you want to see, near the second half and also Abreu. Hello. Aja. What did you cry? Ah, okay. How I find out. I will on my channel also. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Ah, do you hear what channel now? Me also. Ah, okay. Oh, wow. That's right. I'm for myself. Capo. What's the way there? Oh, Remy War. Channel Bishop. What's the way match? Yeah, we on the channel. Yes, and then go to the national challenge for a while. What about the national challenge? All right. So I'm going to go half time. Just on the same about. Oh, then national challenge. National challenge. Why? That's true. We should lie here. We should so, yeah. So, yes, because you need your. Oh, go for the Kinigo. You need the two half. No problem. The best.
I'm looking at Alex Manson from the right. Anytime
do not come. I'm looking at Kakari as well. What should change if they really want to get John Entry involved in the game? Because first half of the year, we're moving.
Yes, Abusham for Yama half time. You're trained for the second half. Now, at the second half, from so be jam the dende pa. Sabra menoka say Has and Kumasi Asante Kotoko any Has. The Democracy Cup 2026, at the Sujana 0-0. Yama first half for Abo first half for we are a fair never caught second half of the game. And as Sujana 0-0. And Chebia, the both teams will come back to the camp and perform for the second half. But meanwhile, This is an interview about commentators or more talk about the match, how it went. In any case, when we say minipa ba ko Asante Kotoko supporter kese pa Castora. Castora ehwe Mesi mecha Castura pa Castura obabe dru itadi maimu Asante Kotoko supporter kese pa Babia Castura wo bia no ye chia ni ye pa yemfa feedback kakra em free sports yemfa feedback kakra em free stadium ye wi a ye bese aba na de full match no abremo.
They could get something out of it.
Both goalkeepers have not really been tested in this game. About a few shots about Benjamin Asare and a few crosses, he's been able to gather them. Same with Dan Lad. As a
Crosses are Kotoko. They call Asare Honina. They should pull him off his 6-yard box.
meaning it's too close up
It's
to
too
him.
close to him. He will pick everything. You go 100 times, you pick everything. Let him come out of the 6 and see what happens. Other than that, when you say direct cross, you never pick any.
It looks like Kotoko's winger, Eric Beta, is a very exciting player to watch. Ojibona, he runs directly towards Emmanuel Mankwa. He doesn't even look back.
Yeah. He's a good player. He's a good player. Just that they should dribble deep inside the box and not go in and cut in and give a back pass.
Salifu, with what you've seen, what do you think could be the difference for both sides? Let's start with Hartlepool, your Hartlepool. What should change about the team? A system, and I say a players, there should be some changes because I've seen the likes of Karim all on the bench.
Yes, and how on football, I don't know.
Even George Parko is on the bench.
I mean, coaching is on more that kind of football now. How 2 and 3 in Jano? A bad thing, some numbers were anymore.
Okay.
Because so they have to move forward. So because low block. So how low block? Boy could do unless back on that guy is very good player. So could do an answer when you support one. I didn't so many numbers here anymore.
Coach Richard Bodu Agadas, popularly known as Agadas, is already on a yellow card. Anytime he gets closer to Hussein, he fouls him. Should Hartlepool use Hussein as a weapon to ensure, say, Agadas maybe would get another yellow card?
Play against him and you have your way. But give me 1 second. Let me acknowledge the presence of Honorable J. Marie, Nkonya MP. Has have their way through there.
Well, surely both teams will make their way back onto the pitch. I've seen Asante Kotoko coming out quickly. Second half prediction. First half, who predicted draw? Second half, though, say.
Yeah, me say me who has a Kotoko me first and look at you know what that kind of 2 pass now. There's just half of being a good. And as me say has so we going get into Johnny. There's has we go second half. Me say more 2 goals between our second half.
Coach, what about you?
1 goal Kotoko.
Well, let's see what happens in the second 45 minutes. Back to our commentators, Kelvin Ozuasa and Michael Bodu as well. See you after the second 45 minutes.
for second half action for the 2026 Democracy Cup. Asante Kotoko nil, Hatofok nil. That was how the opening half ended. And we are back from the rest as Asante Kotoko quickly have a group chat before organizing themselves for second half. As the assistant referees will check the goalposts to make sure everything is intact. The two sets of teams are back for second half action. Michael, from what we witnessed in the opening half, could we see any changes?
Okay, yeah, Mamunya Kwaba BMWay, the second half of the Democracy Cup. Ewo Kumasi, Babayara Sports Stadium. Again, Asante Kotoko versus Accra House of Oak. Yam Konenko for the second half of the match. Yabese so video ni anawa like and also subscribe to the channel. But my so be commenting here who near chiao. Heading check is the big supporter, the bigger supporter. Your friend, and the bigger supporter of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Castora, wababe duri tell my moon. Castor, a chiao ye power be all eyes. Castor like a video no share my wife. And the uncle him. So such a wide or comment section. Why and the berry this game. Second half we be concerned wide comment section boss. Uncle him.
Sorry, I'm on fire. CB, Ali, Mensah, Arsenal from top, Hussein, Benji, Bansu, Kakari, and Atofo. Restart play after. The whistle from referee Charles Bulu. Better wins possession. Ball down to Kader. A very good sliding tackle from Amankwa. Throwing for Kotoko. The opening seconds of the second half. Asiedu goes in for a long throw. Looking for Mama. Loses the aerial tussle to SCB. Amwa. Buadu wins possession. Goes in with a drive looking for the effort, but it goes wide. Intention was clear, but execution.
Yeah, but it was an audacious attempt. Maybe he felt it, but then again, at times you don't really trust your instincts. You just play to the book. He should have passed, and then they moved the ball forward.
Inosa down the right hand side, checks in onto his left, goes in with a delivery. But as he reads the situation, the fans seem not happy with that pass from Inosa.
There have been painstaking moments from him where he struggled to find the Asante Kotoko attackers, either of Mama or Opoko Ajiman. And I think he needs to work on that. He's trying. You can appreciate his efforts, but then again, it all leads up to the frustration at the end that he's not able to deliver the final ball. And I think if he's able to work on that aspect of his game, he will be a beautiful player to watch.
Amwa switches play down the left hand side. Better, clever touch. Place it back to Amwa. Long ball down the left hand side. Asiedu wins the aerial tussle. The ball drops to Benjamin Asari. Asiedu has been flagged offside. For matches played in August between these two sides, Kumasi, Asante Kotoko and Atofok have faced off 12 times. Kotoko winning 4 times, Atofok winning 4 times, and 4 of those games have ended in draws. Inusa on his bike, running into the final third of the pitch, feeds the ball up to Beta. Beta sent to the delivery. The ball comes off the head of Hussein. Benjamin aside grabs it, sends in a long one quickly. Hamza attack quickly, checks his line, finds Buadu. Buadu to Amwa. Beta waiting for the passenger with a delivery, looking for the run of Mama. And once again, SCB clears his line. Buadu. Sanja. There's a poor delivery there from Sanja. Buadu breaks his man down. It's going to be a free kick against the midfielder Hussein seems clearly not happy with the decision from Ransford Mensah in booting the ball away.
Yeah. Clearly not excited, but just some moments ago we saw the control and the authority Richard Boyd exerts in the middle, and I think it is one crucial thing they missed mostly during last season. His inclusion would actually help Kotoko in that stead.
Amankwa back to SCB. Ali. Ransford Mensah. Hussein. Boadu was first to it, but Hussein quickly picks up the remains. Kakari inside the penalty area. Out to this man, but Hamza Tar will clear his lines. Ali Mohammed. Diving header to win possession. Hussein keeps the ball in play. Ransford checks it back onto his left foot. Ali inside the center circle, he finds SCB. Amankwa just on the halfway line. He forced to get the ball back to Ali. Crossfield delivery, but that's a poor one. Ransford couldn't keep it in play. Throw in for Kotoko. Hamzata. Sanja. Better. Sanja. Sent in a long one down the left-hand side. It wasn't too far away from Amankwa, who calmly keeps possession for Hattiful. Ali. SCB. Rolls it quickly down his right, finds Amankwa. Inusa trying to pile the pressure on him. I'm surprised that Inusa and Brett have switched flanks.
Yeah, but I don't know. It could be tactical from the coach. I don't know what they are looking at, but I would have preferred the two wingers to maintain their positions. One crucial thing I observed was that, yes, they were threatening, but they mostly struggled to connect with their attackers or the center forwards. And it's actually an area they need to improve. I don't know if this change is geared towards that, but that aside, I don't understand why they have to switch flanks.
And SCB will quickly clear his lines, throwing for Kotoko. Mama, who wanted to start it quickly by Inusa. Felt they were outnumbered and decides to take his time. It's going to be a long throw in from Patrick Asiedu. It's rather going against Asante Kotoko. But a delay in throwing the ball. New rules being applied here. Richard Wood. Altwedes Maka has been brought down by Kwesi Asma. Very good play from Boadu. But Asma couldn't allow him to progress, and he's brought him down. Got to be a free kick in a good shooting position for Kotoko.
And he could not afford that. Boadu was on a run. We know how explosive he can be at times too when he finds himself in such positions. But then again, Kwesi Asma had to do this also knowing he had a yellow card. So he had to do it in a way where it will not attract a second caution. And I think in that sense he did well. Credits to him, was able to fall the Asante Kotoko attack and avert any danger.
And delivery inside the penalty area and had to fall clear the alliance. Kwesi Asma with a long one. Asiedu quickly chasing. Finds Danlad Ibrahim. Sanja. Asiedu. Opoku Ajiman finds better. Kader. Boadu. Asiedu. Switches play to Amwa. Amwa on his bike. Looking forward to sending a delivery. Amwa with a cross in there, but Mama bundled down. Kotoko wants a penalty, but referee says nothing doing. Benjamin Asari throws it down quickly. Emmanuel Amankwa. Mama still down on the turf injured, and referee Charles Bulu will whistle for medics to attend to Emmanuel Mama. See the Hearts of Folk fans there enjoying themselves. Once there are no goals, you can afford to celebrate.
Definitely. And I like how still they are enthusiastic about their teams. We need to see more of this because the game over here is as exciting as it can get, but it will need that energy. It will need that soul from the fans. They need to bring that kind of football we witness here to color. They add the excitement, they add the variety that we expect from games like this. And the fans will enjoy themselves. The players that cannot give them goals, it still does not deter them from appreciating the brand of football their teams have exhibited. And that was a beautiful moment there with the two House of Folk fans who were beautifully hoisting the flag. They were just enjoying the moment, reveling in it, and just making sure that they will not allow the barrenness of this game to get to them. It's a beautiful one.
John Mensah, former captain of the Black Stars, having a quick chat with Samuel Boadu in there in the executive seat, the presidential box, the VVIP section of the Barbara Sports Stadium. Patrick Asiedu couldn't latch onto that ball. Kader with a quick ball, he finds Opokwajima, loses possession. Boadu trying to stay strong. SCB slicing to make the tackle and win possession. Quick ball down the right hand side, but too heavy a pass for Kakari to latch onto. Goal kick for Asante Kotoko. Boadu in possession. Picks up Opokwajima. Staying strong on the ball. Opokwajima with a drive in there. Was always rising. Way off target.
Yeah, but who can fault him? He had made one excellent move. He dribbled inside. He saw a moment. There was enough space. He decided to take the shot. I wouldn't have done that. I would have expected him to just progress the ball further and then weigh up the options. But he decided to just go with his instincts, and it did not pay off because the execution was very average.
See Asma with a quick ball down the left hand side. He manages to find Banto, but he's been flagged offside. Lex Banto has been flagged offside. Hamza with a long one, either looking for the run there. Mama wins the initial tussle. Ball drops to Opokwajima. Comes second best to SCB. Ali will clear his lines. Amwa gets onto the end of that. Clever attack from Bantu. He has Sanja to face. Bantu checks in onto his right, but Kotoko in possession. Kader finds Better. Better on his back. On the halfway line. That's a sliding tackle from behind. Winning possession cleanly. Bantu to Hussein. Bantu wants the return. He's been fed with it. Hussein running into a very good position, but the cross was undesirable there from Bantu. And Sanja keeping possession, preventing the ball from going out of play, but eventually sends it out for a throw-in for Hartlepool.
All the hard work, everything he put into keeping the ball in play comes to nothing because his clearance was very lazy.
An exercise in futility it was. 3 substitutions being readied, and Hartlepool will quickly make them. Karim Barefeet, George Paku coming on. Martin Kakari goes off. Abdul Karim is on. Kwesi Asma is also going off. And in his place, George Paku. Waiting for confirmation of the last substitution where Mankwa Befi has also come on. And that's Befi on the right hand side. Decides to check onto his left. Befi sent in a very good delivery. John and Gian, that's a brilliant save from Dalad near post. Brilliant delivery, excellent head, and Dalad parrying that away. Hartlepool knocking on the door of Kotoko. Emmanuel Amankwa with a delivery inside the penalty area. Hamza jumps high and wins possession. That's a blast from the half volley. Ransford Mensah, but it was always rising. It was always rising and he couldn't keep that ball close. Confirmation of the substitution, Abdul Karim. On for Martin Kakari. Ball on the left-hand side. Picked up by George Paku. George Paku checks onto his right-hand side, looking for that delivery. Seems to have just played it out.
So just gone by there, that save by Danlad had to be made because the header and the connection from John Entry was definitely destined for the net. And it had to take that effort from Danlad to keep the ball from entering. It was very, very positive that he had to intervene in that instance. And then Nibosa Kapo made a change, and one substitute was actually a part of that build-up that led to the header from John Entry. I think positive changes.
Better with the delivery, always hanging, and Benjamin Asari will come out to grab that. Sent in a long one. John Entry couldn't keep it in play for Hartlepool. And Kotoko will pick up possession once again. The final substitution for Hartlepool. It was Hussein Mohammed going off for Amankwa Befi. Patrick Esiedu trying to send that one in. Manuel Amankwa blocks that effort. Esiedu wants a quick throw in. Sent in a long way into the penalty area. Mama with a flick on. Ball drops up Benjamin. And Benjamin Asari picks up the scrap. Clearly not happy with his defensive unit. But the Black Star shot stopper. Agile to make that save.
So far, the two goalkeepers have been on point in terms of stopping their teams from conceding. Moments ago, it was Danlad. This time around, it's Benjamin Asare. And I think it is very positive. You see, as the game grows, the momentum never ceases. It keeps going to each other's camp. The pendulum is swinging, but the two teams are giving us very good football, and I like it.
Befi wins to throwing down the right-hand side. Amankwa. Rafael Mponsa. Mensah goes in with a low drive. He's been stopped right there. Kader, clever tattoo out with Mensah. And it's Better on his bike. There's a 2 against 3. Better being asked to send the ball. And Sibe read the situation to make that brilliant interception.
It was a brilliant one, and I don't think Better will be happy because he had wanted to hit the ball in a certain way, but the pitch actually slowed down the projection of the ball, the trajectory of the ball, and it allowed Sibe to also read the situation and then make that timely interception. Beautiful defending. The execution from Better will leave him disappointed. Next time he needs to do better.
30 minutes more to play. Alex Manson down his right hand side. He fights Emmanuel Amankwa. Amankwa with a delivery. Kader stops it. Patrick Esiedu finds Topo Kwajima, trying to get past SCB. Very good defensive work there from SCB. Wins possession. Gets the ball to Paku. Paku with a ding down the right hand side. Amankwa Befi brings it down cleverly. Trying to get the better of Patrick Esiedu. Esiedu trying to stay strong. Befi keeping hold of the ball.
Abusiamfo enya trouble kakra afeni asande video na ba.
Joe Bell, Mensaka message. GFA and NSA are not the same. They are written on a plywood. Way the first the first and the second half of the game. Said you can't chill mono. The show no directly from the PBA Bremo direct from Baba Yara Sports Stadium, Kumasi, Kotoko 0, House of Folk 0. Kakakra House for Kotoko Eshego. House of Waji ball no ye counter attack. What is going on? Incredible. Ghana Premier League aye. Ghana Premier League aye ana. Ghana Premier League aye ana. Ghana Premier League aye ana. Boys ne bobo ye papa. To be honest, boys ne bobo ye papa. Omo bo boys no omo bo top level football ene. Boys no bo top level football ene. Bona boys no bo na fe papa. Boys in the bobo ye papa. Yes, feed Papa Nasayaba. Let's go back. Bring it back to you. Direct from Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Where a corner kick
in favor of Accra House of Oak. Yeah, two corner A. Now a free kick at the Ama Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
I think one of the advantages of having players like presence was actually an easy for the offense, but also in defending set pieces. They offer themselves and they use the aerial prowess to help their team defend. And I think he did that here. It is very positive. Aerial press.
Now a free kick at the Ama Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
They addressed it in terms of the recruitment, and I think it's going to help them.
Yes, Kumasi Asante Kotoko on the ball at the middle field. One manageable no yes and the corner chiakoma, the defenders of the Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Or the ball no family and Koye. Accra House of Folk for no air tackle, but Kumasi Asante Kotoko aji ball non 10. Back to the defending side. Kumasi Asante Kotoko on the ball. Said Kumasi Asante Kotoko is holding the ball. They are the people in charge of the ball now at the middle field. Yeah, Pranis Yebeko attack. You stand in Chiama Castura. Aye. Asante Kotoko supporter Kesiepa.
Referee Charles Bulu deems that as a foul. You can see expression of displeasure from Kotoko's doctor. With the Chumesi. And Baba Damu is coming on. Baba Damu is coming on to replace Ranford Mensah. And John Enchi also off. John Enchi also off, and he's been replaced by Henry Kwakubuate. Hibajel wins position. The referee, Charles Bulu, sees that as a free kick. Mama makes a complaint. Rafael Lamponta is back on his feet and ready to continue. Free kick quickly taken. Ali. SCB. Emmanuel Amankwa. Berfi. Boadu wins possession cleverly. A quick turn. Best Makofori running to pick up that pass. Ofori by Emmanuel Amankwa. Sliding. A beautiful clearance. Before he was on his bike waiting for that pass from Boadu. Asiedu sent in a long throw in. Mama. But the flick has been cleared by Hatofo. Adamu sent in a wild one looking for the route of Berfi. Hamzata wins the aerial duel. Ball is picked up by Inusa. Joe makes the touch. 10 to the halfway line. Amwa. Quick ball into central midfield. Boadu makes that turn. Ofori down the left hand side of attack. Bestmark Ofori trying to get into the penalty area, and he's been brought down just on the edge of the penalty area. And Emmanuel Amankwa gets into the boot of the referee.
Commentary that led from Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. The led commentary from Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Benjamin Asare and Accra House of Folk defender Bako Accra She. Ama Benjamin Eda Form. A doctor for Edi America Calling Chain. Your bumpire said the number 1 goalkeeper for the Ghana Black Stars, Umpra, because here now 24th September we are the African Cup qualification. Because the number 1 here now the post, yeah. Still the let from there. Still the let from Kumasi Baba Yara Sports Stadium. Benjamin Asare Apajani Mu until the game is ready to move. Make sure say subscribe now, like the video. Remember na yenko your name.
Minutes and yeah, ball the Baba Yara Sports Stadium still go beyond my Asante Kotoko 0 up to 4-0. Now the intensity of the game now is intensity we are the Kotoko game Kotoko bohas ball obia as when you break yam fasa akwenya wira yen ken kan comment na ababe gumri nyira and so emamu yes from the top. Now we are kind and so at the platform more repeat more fin dosu na so debi as amakwa clever your or tell me pama pass set me akano bona ba biji you say pamwa Agada deserve a standing ovation. Entrepreneur man, football country with this kind pitch. Chiakai, but wait, these house players are Kotoko fans. A 7-9 Kenneth, also their gameplay has changed totally from bim to proper football. What we need is the goals. Fabulous the best. Massa, the coach is working. Kotoko boys are playing well. Goal! I see Kotoko becoming great again. And then Sama Kenneth ending Jebi Sudiaba. Hey, my darling club Kotoko. Rotate the camera over Mate. I like the intensity of the game. Comment in the panel. When we say experience plays football, let's be like he's 8 and cannot play. Look at how Agadas is playing. Everyone is impressed. and on the Samon also, or the Epa, will be correct TM Angasa, Agaras. Look at some pitch be a semo, yet to give us a body a foul. Body a foul, and a mark to food. Body a foul, and a mark to food. Buffalo Post behind the ball. Asante Kotoko are defending the free kick. Amponsa swinging for my box anymore. Amzata, a pin border what the key. Harry Kokubuati, Kokubuati Usumo. Lord Paku, whatever Barachi, Mabatamu, Paku to Adamu, Piambo, Nasu Debi, Musa Hamza Tawafa, Medford Wabeki, Koroko possession, Koroko Natal, Koroko. What a timely save! Drop that down, Asari! That's one number one! Asari with a timely intervention. And this should have been the first goal for another corner kick. 8 more minutes to end the game. The score line remains 0-0. Asante Kotoko 0, Atopok 0. Tell man, as a police player, how can you miss this chance? Corner kick. I think that's the be. As for Club Alliance, Joe. Ojaborama, this is Famua, Kotoko, Baswingi Boro, that's the be. Chance, 18 box anymore. Him, a clever floor. Bona Babidi Atoko, Alex Banso, that's the be. Jose Famua, Piano come. Referee foul. Alex Banso, that from. Referee Joseph Famua reply Alex Banso. Joseph Famua yellow card for Joseph Famua. The Ivorian striker is also coming on for Atopok. Ivorian striker, the who say coach Nebos Dakapo and then the team come up. Ivorian striker no so betumi abem. That can come comment na kaka and so amamo.
nyina mu na ye kan so se ye be like video no mo ye like video no na ye like ye doso e na ye hwe video yi ya like your form to me like video na ye promote video no ye da so de nchia kese ma aboabo Neymar huge square huge Spakwansi, I'm a chair ye pa, and apoma Wilson, one so much ye pa. I pray tekel, Machia also ye pa. I was among like video yanko and the mutu to me comment banning a kind the amount kama said yes and fata and yaomate or see go phobia go. Still 0-0 on the drawing board. Be NSHB. Asante Kotoko versus Accra House of Oak. Yewo 87th minute. Bestelano obi entumi share ne yonko. Aka Accra binese referee ede nsima the extra time so ebe breyen. For how many other minutes ebe koso ahwe match no. Ka also say hi you ho TV. O hwe ni nyina no na o subscribe na o like your video no de mayen. Mon like video no maye na ye nko ya ne mun fa mun sanso mo ba akoma no so bibia ye cool na munyina se ye ntwi mfa mu la
to Canada.
Yes, nti abusiafo ye the match ni nyina aba na wie ye ekosi 0-0. But ade wey mistake go home because ade nka ye bowie at the cap ema obi. So I don't know why there is no extra time and penalties because we are bowie declare somebody to be a winner because cap is in chain. So I don't know how they organize it. In any case, yeah, the aba na wie ye as a nyina ne say afiwe the unity cap no either Accra House of Folk or Kumasi Asante Kotoko any to meji ye Enti omo apai 0-0. It is obi esen akonifie akodi ne yere aduane because none of them was able to say all the ball no beto atena no na chi. Merenchi akese ema atiefo a wo ba ye ne ye mbeye dwumade we Emmanuel Poku Michel ye pa. Sa na Freeman Owusu. Say I'm watching you from Saudi. Believe it or not. Kotoko win. Ankwane Samia. Patrick Nkrumah se Kotoko win 1-0. Ankoye Yamate osi greetings from Minnesota, US. Hey, Abusia, US to say. Sansona Jonah or say I'm watching you from Togo. Krobia remains supreme. Sansona Suleiman Osi phobia the masters. Hena Yamate Bim Osi gold phobia. Who se fast GFA president must go. Hey, I say what was young for. Sansona upon ample we so say hey and huge. Osi has and Kotokopa na SHS students aye homa san. Wow. Abonyame or say has will win at play taker or see game over. Abuobo Niema or say has all the way. Hete busana de wo hono no de wo nyina ene asema ekọ nyina ne say game no ya boy wie. Okay. Wow, we so yeah, asemo. Relax for us. There is a penalty shoot. Hi. And I'm on training, man, training every penalty shoot to say we see a now, this penalty shoot, I want us to have it in a clear way. I have a surprise for you guys. Mr. Museum, subscribe to the channel now. Let me go bisa. Commenting so na me hu na menchia. I don't want to be in person me ya obi amani so ade nti comment here. Itimi achiro kama. Na bibia akoye, so please subscribe and subscribe. Comment and let me greet you as we do for everywhere. Yanko peke
what he can do regarding the penalty shootout. And then for Ibrahim Danlad, he was part of the Kotoko pack who engaged together in a collective manner just to address each other, urge each other on as they prepare for the penalty shootout. So no water bottles that have been labeled in this one.
You never know if they've been written in the towels. That is also a new technique. Remember the AFCON.
Yeah. Gabaski.
And when Mendy's towel was nearly being taken away, thinking that he had notes. You can see the fans, the spectators, the students enjoying themselves, waiting for the shootout. It's been an entertaining game, but it cannot take away the brilliance of Benjamin Asare.
Surely. He has been a major difference maker in this game. By far the best goalkeeper on the pitch, and he made some excellent saves. Most importantly, Kotoko had two big chances in the closing stages of the game. On every instance, Benjamin Asare rose higher. He was able to thwart the effort. He prevented the goal, and he did it in a sterling manner. If we praise the attackers for converting chances, then I think it's high time we start to laud the goalkeepers for also preventing goals. And Benjamin Asare clearly makes that list. He's at the apex of the list in terms of top goalkeepers in the country. He's demonstrated it here at the local scene. He took it all the way to the USA to show it for the Black Stars of Ghana, and he's back to continue from where he left off. And I think so far he has been a difference maker. Kudos to him. Hasselhoff were able to draw this game 0-0.
Benjamin Asare, the difference between the two. There's a party mood here before the penalty shootout. Party mood here in the Butcher couple. But his assistants will share a couple of words as the players line up ready for this penalty shootout. Referee Charles Bolu telling Benjamin Asari and Dalad what to do and what not to do as goalkeepers in this shootout. Wait to see who gets into the post first. That is Benjamin Asari. Kotoko with the first kick. And it's Walid Husseini Neymar. Walid Husseini steps up for the first kick of the shootout. Democracy Cup 2026. Walid Husseini decides to tie his hand. The whistle goes. Walid, and he dinks the ball. Benjamin Asari beating. Brilliant penalty. Lots of confidence.
This is absolutely swashbuckling. And the temperament to do this, how he was able to even conceive this idea, it is a tenacious game. A lot is at stake, and for him to have that kind of nerve, step up and deliver in that manner. Walid Husseini Neymar, we all bow to you. Excellent delivery in terms of the penalty.
Ali Mohammed steps up for the shootout. The first kick for Hatofo. The centre back against Danlad Ibrahim. Ali against Danlad. Bulu's whistle goes. Bulu's whistle goes. Ali against Danlad. Danlad, and he scores! Nearly making the save, Danlad.
First, he had to do two things. The first one was getting the direction, he got it right. Then the second was making contact with the ball, he did that. The only thing was palming the ball away in a stronger manner. I think Ali hit the ball with power, and Danlad could not match it, and that is why he wasn't able to make the kind of save expected. It is very unfortunate for him, but moment of respite for Ali Mohammed.
Moment of respite for Ali Mohammed. Hilary Adabo. Hilary Adabo steps forward for Kotoko's second kick. It's one apiece. Hilary Adabo against Benjamin Asari. Hilary Adabo against Benjamin Asari. And he sent him the wrong way. Hilary Adabo sends Benjamin Asari the wrong way, and Kotoko lead 2-1 in the shootout.
Another sweet conversion from Hilary Adabo. Earlier we saw Walid Neymar Husseini, and Adabo decided to also go with picking the right direction, playing the ball at the right height, and then he defeated Benjamin Asari in that battle of weight over there. Very, very a good one from him.
Kelvin Osei steps forward for Hatofok's second kick of the shootout. Kelvin Osei against Danlad Ibrahim. Esibe checks in, and Danlad makes a save. He dives the right way. And Esibe's kick has been parried away by Danlad.
For Esibe, it is much more like the old goals coming back to haunt him. For Danlad, if you try at first and you don't succeed, pick yourself up and try again. And he tried again and he succeeded. I think it is a moment of a feeling of joy on the part of Danlad, but a moment of despair for Osei Esibe.
Looks like, look at the fountain there, they are celebrating. It's quite surprising how these students are supporting Kotoko.
They have the nickname of Phobia.
Tamuzi Aristote, the man from DR Congo. The mighty leopard Aristote steps forward for Kotoko's third kick of the shootout. He came on in the final minutes of the game. Takes a good look at Benjamin Asari, and he scores! He didn't go far from the ball. What sort of audacity!
The confidence of the Kotoko players in executing the penalty can only betray one thing. They have tried this out severally during training, and you can see from them, they know what they are doing. And it's unfortunate Benjamin Asari has not been able to make a save so far. I don't want to blame it as a goalkeeping issue, so I think it is much more about the execution from the Kotoko players. They've been so good at the penalties.
Amankwa Befi tries to get Hatofok back in the shootout. Kotoko lead 3-1. Befi with Hatofok's third kick. Amankwa Befi. Danlad makes the save! Danlad Ibrahim makes the save! And it keeps Kotoko's 2-goal cushion in the shootout.
Calvin, you see, he needed a hero moment to announce himself on his return. There was one friendly they played where he made a mistake and Kotoko conceded. And this time around is a big game. It's against Accra. So folk eyes are watching, and then there is a public viewing on the screens in terms of what we are doing. And Danlad just shows up and then he's able to deliver these big saves. I think it is very, very positive.
Morifin Donzo, the man who scored the only goal in the first leg of the 2025-2026 Super Clash game at the Accra Sports Stadium. Can he get the cup for Kotoko? Morrison Donzo heading to the right corner. Kotoko are champions of the 2026 Democracy Cup, winning 4-1 on penalties against their biggest rivals, the Accra Hatofok. Fantastic penalty kicks from Kotoko, wonderful saves by the lad, and they beat the Phobians 4-1 on penalties.
Kotoko were perfect from the spot, and the lad was unbeatable right from the line, and the two combined beautifully to deliver this kind of result for the Porcupine Warriors. Definitely, they've won the...
Yes. Yes, Kotoko for Niache. Minya Kastura, na Niache, Babi Obia. Babi Minya Kastura Obia na Niache Sisia. Because they say, Sisia Menoka say, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Ayena, Nitima Edana Kumasopa, I win the Democracy Cup against the almighty opponent forever, Accra Hatofok. Entienne Kastura say, on Namo Biadabi. Italy how best say Babia. This is the absolute resource from the Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium. Yankova Kakrem Flip Kumasi Babayara Sports Stadium.
Right on a Friday, can see Eric Tinkler and Walid Husseini. Hamza being with his trademark celebration. Tinkler is a happy man.
Definitely, I would have wanted to say the poem Tinkle Tinkle Little Stars, but I don't think the Kotoko players are little stars. So this is Eric Tinkler's Asante Kotoko, the Porcupine Warriors. He tinkled, made some decisions, and it paid off. And again, the decision to bring back Danlad to the team, I think, is actually made a huge statement here. Goalkeeping wasn't necessarily a problem for the club, but again, it was a department they needed to show up due to the absence or the departure of Mohamed Kamara from the team, and then also Benjamin Chum. And adding Danlad Ibrahim, he brings experience, he brings leadership. And on a day like this where tensions could have flared up, where nerves could have been high, he's able to calm things down, and Kotoko win a trophy against Accra. So I think it sets them up. It's the right impetus for the start of the season. They go in very, very confident. And look at what they are doing with the students. Beautiful moment here. Beautiful moment.
Beautiful moment for Kumasi Asante Kotoko and his own celebration. Joined by the Moroccan shotstopper, Abdul Wadi, and the rest of the substitutes. You cannot begrudge Asante Kotoko. And talking about Danlad, this is not the first time he's helping Kotoko win on penalties. Far back in 2019 during the normalization cap, when their number one shotstopper, Felix Senanen, captain, was away with the Black Stars at AFCON 2019. Danlad stepped in, made saves, and Kotoko won that competition. And he's dignified himself when it comes to saving penalties.
Exactly, and en route to winning that NC special competition, they defeated Hatofok in the semi-final stage. And so I think that players like that know occasions like this. It is like Richard Boedu and what he gave. You could see that almost everybody here, whether you belong to Asante Kotoko or whether you belong to Accra Hatofok or you were neutral, you could appreciate the effort he delivered, the hard work. And look at Eric Tinkler. I didn't know
He's
he could
enjoying
dance.
himself.
Exactly.
He's a South African.
Okay,
He's a
definitely.
South African.
South Africans are very...
Maybe they should get him some Amapiano beats.
So let's look at this. Look
Why
at the Moroccan and look at the South African.
There's a difference.
Exactly. I'm happy for
They
them.
should get him some Amapiano.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's been the overall game was just creditable. I think that there's a very long while the two teams played their hearts out and delivered some beautiful football, especially Asante Kotoko.
Maybe it's also because of the technical direction. The last time these two teams met, they didn't really give their all in terms of attack. It was Kamani as the helmsman for Accra Asafok, and then on the part of Kotoko, it was Abdul Karim Zito. Now you look at this, definitely these are coaches who play a bit defensively.
Baba Yara is buzzing with joy because Asante Kotoko have defeated Hartlepool by 4-1 on penalties to win the 2026 Democracy Cup.
In Avenue Markins case, I'm trying to see whether he lost the ball.
Asante Kotoko converting 4 of their case Hartlepool, managing to converting just 1, and it means that Hartlepool have lost the Democracy Cup. Remember that they won the second edition, but this time it wasn't meant for them as they have lost this one. I'll be joined by the manager of Hartlepool very shortly. That is Neboja Kapo, very familiar with Ghana football, someone that I know, and I'll be talking to him. Coach, I mean, it's welcome. First of all, welcome back to Ghana. It ended in a defeat for your side, but what is your general assessment of your team and how they played?
Thank you very much. First, one thing, congratulations to Kotoko. For us, this defeat is very painful. Really, every defeat against this team is very painful for all of us, all supporters. I'm very sorry because of all of them. In our team, in first half, we...
Of course. Now, I mean, you've seen Hartlepool play against Asante Kotoko before. Now you're in charge of Hartlepool. Despite the defeat, do you still think the team played well?
Yeah, I am satisfied about a lot of things. What we played today, that was so many positive things, especially in attacking third when we open attacks from side, from flanks, how we support our players. Just one thing where we didn't play perfect selection of our crosses, could be better. But it is football, it is what is happening. A lot of good attacks, we created counter-attacks for us after cross, what is not acceptable, but I hope we will get it on level where we want to be, and we will improve this in next game.
Of course. Now, I mean, John Entry, your striker, very much experienced within the local scene. He nearly got a goal for you. It was a dry day in the first half, but you believe in him going into the season that he can get the goals for Hartlepool?
Exactly, he is experienced player. As you told, we will get a lot of with him. He just came a few days ago, and he is new in our tactical approach and everything. And with his experience, we will get. I'm sure what we need from him. Also, our players who are around him will find solutions how to support and how to feed him with good balls. And I'm sure John Entry will give us what we expect from him.
Of course. And I mean, what message do you have for Hartlepool fans going into the season? I'm sure a lot of them are proud of what they saw the team do today. What message do you have for them as the season starts next weekend?
When you see these supporters as a Hearts of Oak player or part of technical team, you are always fighting more than 100%. Thank you very much for their support. I am promising we will always give more than 100% for them, and we will back them in Premier League matches. Just believe us, and you will see we will together achieve what we want. Thank you very much for support.
We wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Good luck in the season. Neboja Kapo is the head coach of Hartlepool. His side has lost by 4-1 on penalties against Asante Kotoko in the Democracy Cup. I'll be joined by Eric Tinkler shortly, and he will be also telling me what he makes of the game. This is his first time that he's winning big in outside South Africa, and so I mean a lot of people in here are very excited with what they've seen from Asante Kotoko, especially when the likes of Dwenewoho came on, it was a different
on the issue of
ball game
24-hour
altogether.
economy, for what I'm
Women
saying.
will actually control
24-hour economy, no, yeah, we might be brave. I want from
the
now.
likes of
I'm just more pretty 24 hours.
The game ended
Yeah,
goalless,
poultry
and
farms.
Kotoko managed to win by 4 goals
Poultry
to 1.
farms,
Morindo
warrior
Zo
areas,
scoring that winning penalty for
protection.
Asante Kotoko.
Poultry farm.
Every time they are,
as
every
we
time
have a
they are,
conversation
they can
about
work
what
24
really
hours
transpired in
without
the game and what
any
Kotoko fans should look forward to going into the season. It's a big one and it's a very good one for Asante Kotoko. Remember that the winner of the Democracy Cup will be heading to USA to actually play a tournament there. Yes, the man Eric Sinclair has joined me. Big one. Eric, I mean, first of all, congratulations to you. First of all, with what you saw from your side, are you pleased with the performance?
Yeah, I'm very pleased with the performance. I thought for a large majority of the game we had the ascendancy. I thought the guys did exceptionally well. Our pressing strategy, our tactical discipline. They're not an easy team, playing in their 4-3-3 and a lot of rotation, but I thought we dealt with them really, really well. And the chances we had, first off, we had a great chance that I thought was not offside, at least from my view, it didn't look offside. We should have been 1-0 up at half time, you know. In the second half, again, we had the better chances, you know. So proud of the boys, but still work in progress. You know, our final third, first half, I think we had more than 20 box entries, but we didn't capitalize on that, so we need to work on that. We're creating chances, but we need to put it in the back of the net.
It's almost 12:30.
He showed his quality again. Is that one of the reasons why you brought him back to the club?
Yeah, obviously, you know, I didn't know Ghanaian football that well. I heard the first choice goalkeeper had left the club, and we were desperate to bring someone in with a lot of experience. And Hamza spoke about Ibrahim and said that he was available. And I think, you know, me as a foreigner coming into Ghana, I need to listen to the Ghanaians. You know, they're going to teach me a lot more about Ghanaian football than what I'm going to know, you know. So I obviously trusted the technical staff, and they informed us about bringing him, and yeah, he's done well.
Yeah. Now, your first semi-official game you've won, what message do you have for the Kotoko fans going into the season, which starts next week?
Yeah, you know, it was important for us today to put on a spectacle and a show, and I think the fans can see that we're building a strong team. You know, it's not going to happen overnight. A lot of new faces have come in. You know, the cohesion between them is not exactly there yet, but that will come with game after game, you know. But I think it's evident that we're a lot stronger, a lot more motivated, a lot more disciplined than what it was last season.
Coach, we wish you the very best going into the season, and we'll see you sometime when the Ghana Premier League starts. All the best, Coach.
Thank you.
All right. Coach Eric Sinclair is the head coach of Asante Kotoko. Let me take time to acknowledge our sponsors here for making it sure to bring you the Democracy Cup. I'm talking about KGL. Parliament of Ghana is also supporting. Bosta NLA EcoBank. There's also Volta River Authority. We have ADB. We have Beto Logistics. We Power also supporting Azar Group. There's NPA. There's Interplus. Well, the energy also supporting, as I mentioned, NHIS also being part of this. Gold Board also coming on board. Omni Bank also doing good there to ensure that we bring you this game from the Barbera Sports Studio. There's Ghana Port, Ghana Gas, GMPC, Vena Mineral Water also supporting, Ghana Shippers Authority, SIC all coming on board to ensure that this game happens here. Ghana Port and Harbours Authority also in there. Back here, the two suspects, Salifu Ibrahim and of course Coach Maxwell Kunedu. Now Salifu, Mami started also. Okay, I said Coach Kobe winning again. It was very tight. I'm creating chances in the second half, but they couldn't score. And on I say how is this something that should bother them?
Yeah, because
so I'm creating chances for
second half now, game plan changing. Okay, has left and back in the attack. A lot of chances here every game.
Coach, from outside, coach, I saw that both coaches were cancelling each other very well. Substitutions are here, you know, it got an effect. They were controlling the game. Then Kotoko responded with Hube Jehu and also controlled the game. And that's something that Heart of Folk and Kotoko fans should be happy about, knowing that both coaches are very tactically sound.
I think both coaches did well. Substitutions
had
effects on the game.
If there's any
Okay,
minister that I'm close to in this, it's Honorable Kotoko.
I asked the question.
Are you doing anybody can prove?
You
are not doing If there's any minister that I'm close to in this, it's Honorable Kotoko.
I asked the question.
Are you doing
Anybody
can
with all this pressure, everyone say he took that penalty. He went for the Panenka.
He's a boy for the big games. Player behind the
yeah, you've coached him before at Insuatreman. Yeah, you know a lot about him.
To imprisonment for a period not exceeding 2 years or more. Ernest Addison is jail bound. He's destined for jail.
And we have to give him all the credit.
Of course. Now, Salifu, penalties will be a game. Say, yeah, it will be a game. But Dan Lad, extra the quality again. With that, is it more of good saves from Dan Lad or poor penalty kicks from the players?
Okay, because penalty when you compose the direction now if you want to favor no. Okay, the experience na no come because we do am. Okay, penalty na onya direction come. The first kick pass is onya direction come by went my answer to be catching more than that.
Well, presentations will start soon. I've seen the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament being ushered in by Yawan Pofankra, the CEO of the National Sports Authority, together with former Black Stars player John Mensah, all part of the trophy presentation. But again, Coach, Omarini, Kotoko have won. But is there improvement that should be made to the team?
Because numerous chances now.
So you've heard from Dr. Samiaye. He says that lawsuit that has been filed by the minority.
That is a worry. They had all the opportunities to beat House of Folk 1 or 2, but they just couldn't find it. So they should work on the final 10.
Okay, so the presentations will happen and my commentary team will take over from me, Kelvin and Michael Boadu.
was also be on stage.
National fiscal monetary policy that is stabilizing our currency, that is making our economy stronger. That is good. You may describe it as gold bond losses, but we see it as an innovative national.
The House of Folk will join them. These are the only people
you may describe it
for their presentation.
ADB, Ghana Ports and Harbors Authority, Ecobank Ghana, Bethel Logistics Company Limited, Gold Board, Venom Mineral Water,
ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready.
And it.
Nobody teaches the minority as to how we should go.
Chias, Ghana Airport, Buipa, the YEA.
My former boss is here. My boss is here. The Prophet East African.
And I want DVLA, National Petroleum Authority, all these making sure the 2026 Democracy Cup was a success. Getting ready for presentation. You can see James Osai Brown, Executive Chair, Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Where the first Deputy Speaker, Honorable Bernard here, of high-profile dignitaries waiting.
Give it up for them.
To get the ceremony done. And as you can see, the officials for the curtain raise are being awarded some medals for their part played with the curtain raiser earlier today. Sporting Club Also, Galka chairman at a point. Referee Charles Bulu gets his ball signed by the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Bernard here for his assistant, Seth Ableto, Richard Nate, Julian Nunufolo, all with balls to be signed as they pick up their medals, acknowledging them. He had quite a decent game.
Definitely, and I don't think many referees will be able to recount fond memories of them in their first ever Super Clash. And for Charles Bulu, he settled in. There were no signs of nerves being showed by him. He stood firm to his decisions that he took, even though some of the players did not agree to most of these decisions. But he knew what he wanted. He held firm to it. And then truly, I think he's done a very good game. You have to give him the credit. Together with his assistant referees, I think they did a solid job.
They've done quite a solid job, and Julian Nuno, the fourth official, will be the last of the officials to exit the podium.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the man of the match. He is the captain of Asante Kotoko,
the award for the player of the match. Musa Hamzata, the captain of Asante Kotoko, has been adjudged as the most valuable player for this game.
And he led with leadership at the back. There were a lot of questions asked because this effectively looked like a makeshift central defensive partnership for Asante Kotoko. Joseph Amwa, Musa Hamzata, and then also shouldering the burden of being handed the captain's armband. Even when there were former Kotoko captains in the team, Richard Boadu and then Ibrahim Danlad, and he held on his own and he did solid.
And he takes home 10,000 Ghana cedis as man of the match. John Mensah, former captain of the Black Stars, together with Bernard here for the first Deputy Speaker of Parliament, presented to Hamzata, and I'm sure he'll pick up some lessons from John Mensah.
Definitely the Rock of Gibraltar, and there is Musa Hamzata. Mensah played very well in grooming some of the finest central defenders we had, and now from afar, I think he'll be willing to do it for players like Hamzata who want to hear from him.
And as part of Ghana's collaboration with Sunderland,
I'm sure very soon.
Visit Ghana.
He maybe visit Sunderland sometime.
Hamzata will also take away
10,000 Ghana cedis.
a shed from Sunderland with Visit Ghana, as Ghana decides to form the partnership with Sunderland. Don't forget John Mensah himself, the former player of Sunderland, the Black Cats.
And maybe this is in jest, but I think he's trying to tell him if you do so well, you go play for them one day. Maybe Hamzata would be picked up by Sunderland. Nobody can tell, but this is just a great start, and I hope he's able to sustain this performance in the course of the season. He did so well today. Kudos to him, and it's only rewarded that he's shown to the fans and then to the rest of the world that his performances have been rewarded.
His excellent performance has been rewarded. Musa Hamzata and the Krahatsa folk, they did everything within their mind but couldn't beat this. And they'll quickly walk onto the podium to pick up their medals in the presentation. Ali Mohammed, one of the excellent centre backs, and he was the only one to have actually scored his penalty. Even with that, the lad had a finger to it.
Ali had a solid game. I think he's that glue to the Hasselhoff defense. Yes, he combines perfectly with Calvin Osesibe. They have Benjamin Asare just behind them when he's able to also put in some saves. But I could count the number of interventions that Ali had to make. Clearance upon clearance, interceptions upon interceptions. He's a brilliant center back, and the sky is not even his limit if he keeps going like this. Kudos to him. He's part of one of the best defenses we saw in the Ghana Premier League last season, and today we've seen his individual exploits, and I'm also wishing him well in the season to come.
Wishing him well in the season to come. Benjamin Asari, he's had eyes strapped there. He was in pain towards the end of the game, and you can see he's still walking gingerly with that heavy eye strapped on his thigh.
These are the physical evidence he can show that he had to put his body on the line to deny Asante Kotoko. And one particular save, I think it was struck towards his groin area, and it is a reason there is that strap around his thigh. I just pray that it is not anything. He's able to recover, and then he comes back stronger.
We should be concerned because there is the AFCON 2027 qualifiers coming up in a number of weeks.
And you don't want Benjamin Asare, who is one of your best players in the team, out in such a crucial moment. Also judging by the fact that we did not qualify for the last AFCON, and then there is this clarion call from Ghanaians that we must not miss another AFCON. So clearly you need all your best players available. So speedy recovery, Benjamin Asare, we need you.
Speedy recovery, Benjamin Asarian, the champions of the 2026 Democracy Cup. Asante Kotoko getting ready to pick up their medals. Can see them in their jubilant jerseys, ready for the big night, the big occasion. And you can see they are being led by one of the youth players. Abu Adams takes the lead. Best Marco Fori, who is also a youth player, follows. Lawson Che Manu, who was instrumental last season towards the end of the season.
And I don't think we'll be too much disappointed that he did not get the opportunity to play. He will definitely pick some lessons also in training from the likes of Richard Boadu. And he has an immense potential, and he can get to the top.
Gone past ways, Sanja and Hilaria Dabo and Eric Betta.
Of the wonderful Right Honorable
Morifin Donzo scored the winning penalty. Some very good words. And Aristote also leads there. Kader Wade, the goalkeeper. Eric Opokwachman, he really impressed.
Yeah, he did well. First game combined nicely with Mama, and he did well.
Inusa Hibejau, he pulled the strings on every single time he made an incursion. And Patrick Esiedu, Richard Wadu, he delivered on the night. Walid Husseini, and you can see Roxon the film Paul Holt, Danlad Ibrahim, Emmanuel Mama, Joseph Amwa is transforming into a fine player.
He played two makeshift roles, right back, central defense, and he did a solid job at both.
Eric Tinkler, together with his assistant, would follow Hamza Obey. Can never miss a celebration, Morton. He's a fresh calf license A coach.
Congratulations to him. We're wishing him the best in his career.
Joba, the experienced goalkeepers trainer. Someone Cranting, physiotherapist, also works with the Black Stars. Kotoko's physical trainer. And the kit manager.
My Isamad also a part of the Black Stars team.
One of the technical team members and the team manager, former player Frank Boateng. And the final one will be the captain of the team, Musa Hamzata.
This is going to be a proud moment for him, I must say.
And now,
Musa Hamzata waiting
the presentation
for the trophy to be given to him by the right honorable
ladies and gentlemen,
the first deputy speaker of parliament, and he's given the trophy to Musa Hamzata. As a Santi Kotoko will leave the trophy in celebratory mood, and all the cheers. The confetti has already gone up, and Hamzata will take all the time. Can he lift it up? He tells the right honorable speaker, as the Santi Kotoko 2026 Democracy Cup champions.
That's right.
They have beaten the crowds of folk, and they get one trophy more than the Phobians. 2026 Democracy Cup champions, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, 4-1 on penalties. They beat Hearts of Folk after the game ended goalless in 90 minutes.
And the jubilate amid golden confetti being just blown at them, and you just have to understand, after how last season ended in a disappointing manner, it was only fitting that they rewrite the script and then start the new season in this manner. So kudos to the Porcupine Warriors. They came here, they fought valiantly, and then they've been able to achieve success. Kudos to them. one excellent job in terms of what they did. In their play, there were some exciting moments. You have to give them the credit. And then during the penalty shootout, they were perfect in terms of the kicks. And then that lad also did his job in terms of the save. So kudos to Asante Kotoko.
Kudos to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. It was a day. And you can see Musa Hamza, the captain of the day, presented it to the board members of Asante Kotoko. James Osai Brian, considered so for you. And you can see it's all joy for the board members as they take a picture. But as we draw curtains, let's give thanks. First of all, to the Parliament of Ghana, 32 years of democracy, unadulterated democracy. We've enjoyed democratic rule and governance for a whooping 3 decades with 2 more additional years. And that is why we are celebrating with such a big game. Big thanks to KGL, GMPC, VRA, Interplus, Ghana Standards Authority, Visit Ghana and the Ghana Tourism Authority, Gold Board, EcoBank, ADB, Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the YEA, Bui Power, Ghana Airport, the National Lotteries Authority, the Minerals Commission Ghana.
Hey, congratulations to Kumasi Asante Kotoko supporters. What do
National Health Insurance Scheme.
What do you maintain? Abusian 4 year the more ebesiha. Bibia banawiye ye congratulations to Asante Kotoko supporters amuwi say afana munyina. Enkan. Any Castura Asante Kotoko supporter kase power wo iteri maimu. Casto